Rishi Sunak shares sharp views on Keir Starmer in chat with Nigel Farage sparks reaction. In a political season defined by sharp contrasts and high-stakes debates, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's recent remarks during a discussion with Nigel Farage have added a fresh layer to the already intense rivalry between the Conservative Party and Labour. While the tone remained professional, Sunak didn't hold back in his assessment of Labour leader Keir Starmer, sparking widespread media attention and public reaction. In this episode, we're unpacking exactly what was said, what it means for the election landscape, and why it's resonating with voters across the UK. Stick with us for a breakdown that's balanced, factual, and free from unnecessary drama because political news should inform, not inflame. The conversation took place during a televised event hosted by GB News, where Nigel Farage interviewed Prime Minister Rishi Sunak on key election issues, including the economy, immigration, energy, and national leadership. At one point, the discussion turned to Labour's policy proposals and leadership vision, prompting Sunak to offer pointed, yet measured, commentary on Sir Keir Starmer. Sunak expressed concern that Starmer lacks a clear ideological identity, claiming the Labour leader has shifted positions on major issues too frequently. He supported Jeremy Corbyn, then distanced himself. He backed EU membership, then promised to respect the referendum result. It's difficult to know what he truly stands for, Sunak said. The Prime Minister was careful not to use inflammatory language, but he framed his critique around the theme of trust. Leadership is about conviction, he added. If someone changes their views depending on the audience, how can the public be confident in their decisions? While Sunak's comments drew applause from some segments of the audience, they also reignited an ongoing debate about Starmer's political evolution. Starmer, who once served in Jeremy Corbyn's shadow cabinet, has made deliberate efforts to distance Labour from its hard-left image in recent years. His supporters argue that this demonstrates growth, adaptability, and a commitment to centrist governance. Critics, however, claim the shifts suggest opportunism, a willingness to change positions for political convenience. This is the line of argument Sunak leaned into during the interview, attempting to frame himself as the more consistent and transparent leader heading into the next election. According to recent polling from Ipsos UK, voters remain divided on both leaders. While Labour has consistently held a lead in national polling, many respondents still express uncertainty about Starmer's long-term vision for the country. At the same time, Sunak continues to face questions about the government's record on inflation, public services, and immigration policy. What makes this exchange between Sunak and Farage particularly notable is the dynamic at play. Farage, once the leader of UKIP and now a GB News presenter, occupies a unique space in British politics. He's not aligned with the Conservatives or Labour, but has influence among right-leaning voters, particularly those concerned about sovereignty and national identity. By engaging in this discussion with Farage, Sunak may be attempting to consolidate support among more conservative voters who might otherwise be drawn toward Reform UK or abstain from voting altogether. It's a strategic move, aimed at tightening the Conservative base during a volatile political moment. Reactions to the interview were swift and varied. Some viewers praised Sunak for speaking plainly and challenging what they see as Labour's vague messaging. Others felt the comments were more about political point-scoring than substantive critique. Interestingly, a number of swing voters expressed that while they agreed with Sunak's concerns about consistency, they still wanted to see more proactive governance rather than criticism of the opposition. "I don't care who attacks who," said one voter from Birmingham. "I care about what they're doing for people like me." As the campaign season heats up, exchanges like this one are likely to become more frequent. But beyond the headlines, voters are looking for solutions, not just soundbites. Sunak's remarks about Starmer, though pointed, reveal a broader tension. How do voters assess leadership in a time of uncertainty? Is consistency more valuable than flexibility? And how much does past affiliation matter when facing new challenges? What's clear is that both leaders face an uphill battle not just against each other, but in winning over a public that's increasingly skeptical of all politicians, regardless of party. What do you think about Rishi Sunak's comments? Do you believe Keir Starmer has shown true leadership growth, or are you concerned about political flip-flopping? We want to hear your thoughts. Drop your perspective in the comments below. And if you're interested in more balanced, fact-based political coverage, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay informed, stay critical, and stay engaged.